So we continue with Amud Yomi and Daf Yud Amud Aleph. We were in the middle of the story that Beria was going back and forth with Rav Meir. I put it on the chat. The Rav Meir said that they should these bullies, these pritzim, these berionim, they were being mitzaroto. He davened that they should die, and she said it doesn't say chataim, it doesn't say chotim, it says chataim. And then the end of the pasuk shvil, which Rashi already said shvil is hashpil atzmacha lebesof mikra, to lower yourself to go to the end of the pasuk, because anything at the end is called shvelo shel davar. Go to the end of the pasuk. The end of the pasuk says yitamu chataim. Sorry, it says Rishoim odeinam. So the question that Buri has said is that just because you remove the sins, they still could be Rishoim, right? There's the Chefts and the Gavra. They remove their sins, but they're still Rishoim in their essence. But rather, you should daven that they do tshuva, and by them doing tshuva, they're no longer Rishoim. They're tzaddikim. They've done the Gavra. They've done tshuva. As I said, I sent on the chat a whole article on how it's connected to what's happening now. The story continues that that's what happened. That Rav Meir saw this, and boy rachmi aluye v'hadju b'tshuva. And the Gemara continues, Amalei ahu mina les min apikoris said to Beria, Ksiv, it says Rani Akara in Yeshayahu, Rani Akara lo yalada pitzchi rina v'tzali lo chala ki rabim b'nei shomema b'nei beula amar Hashem. The Gemara says just because mishum lo yalada roni, I don't understand. That should be happy because you didn't have a child. It's a mockery. So that's what Amra Alei, she said to him, Shatya, you fool, Shvel the Sefer the Krog, go to the end of the pasuk. The Chesiv, it says, Ki Rabim b'nei Shomema b'nei Bula Amar Hashem. What does it mean, Rani Akara lo yalada? It means Rani Knesset Yisrael shedome to an Isha Akara shelo yalada banim, that is miyuad for Gehenim kavasaychu, right? Like you, right? Because it says Rabim b'nei Shomema, so obviously they have kids, but it's talking about in the concept of without mitzvot, and so people that are miyuad for Gehenim. The Gemara continues talking about other psukim in Tehillim that to give to an answer to another min. Amrle ahu mina to Ravavo. Ksiv, it says Mizmor David Bרכות b'nei Avshalom b'no, talking about Tehillim Gimel. Uksiv, it also says Lamratzeach al tashchis le David michtam b'Bרכות b'nei Shaul b'me'ara. That's Tehillim 57. The Gemara says, which Maisa have bereisha? Let's check it out. Hey, is a Maisa have bereisha? Michti, the Gemara says, Maisa shall have bereisha. It was first, right? So therefore, if that's true, lichtov bereisha, you should write that one first. Amalei Ravo said to him, Otun delo dirishatayim, right? You guys don't darshan smuchim, kasha l'chu, therefore it's kasha. But anan de darshin and smuchim, we darsh smuchim, therefore it's lo kasha, right? Because of our smichus, there's a very important misarim. As Rabbi Yochanan said, smuchim and ator minayim. Where do we find the concept of smuchim? Shnamar, it says maseh yadav emet, mishpat ne'emanav kol pkudav, smuchim. Tehillim Psalm 111, Psukim Zayin and Chet. So we see you could do smichus by Pekudei Hashem, and therefore that's this idea of the running away of David from Avshalom is besmichus in the perek of, as we know, that we've talked about the Malchemes Gog and Magog, perek Bet and perek Gimel. Lama nismacha parshas Avshalom the parshas Gog and Magog. Shimyon melcha Adam, because of some suffix of nevuah by Melchemes Gog and Magog of Al Hashem Al Mashiach, Klum Yesh Eved Shemori Barabo. You might ask a kasha, how does an Eved come and be married Barabo? Is it possible, right? Is there possible that a person could be married by Hashem? So Afatal Merlo say to him, Klum Yesh Bein Shemori Baviv. Can a son be married from all the good things from his father? Ella, despite that, yes, there is Hava, there's Avshalom. So Chanami Hava, so too. It could be that you have people that are being moreid b'Hashem. The Gemara continues on other, again, Mizmorim of Tehillim. Rav Yochanan mishum Rav Shem bar Yochai. The Gemara says, "My dechsiv." What is the pasuk? Pia pasuk b'chachma v'tzaras chesed al lishona, which you know by Yeshus Chayil. Usually it's talking about chachmas haTorah. So keneged mi amar Shlomo mikra zeh lo amar keneged David aviv. He says it about his father. Shedar b'chamish olamim, that at 5 different shlavim of life. V'amar Shira, and he said a Shira corresponding to each one. That he says Barchi Nafshi Es Hashem, right? This is in this Tehillim. The first one's an Olam Acher. Number one, Dar B'Me'imo, when he was in his mother's womb. V'amar Shira on the Shevach of the Hirayon. Shenamar LeDavid Barchi Nafshi Es Hashem V'chol Kravai Et Shem Kacho. Tehillim 103. That he thanks to Hashem that he was born or created in the Kravai Imo. Yatzalavir Olam came to the world of Nistaka B'Kochavos U'Mazalot B'Kochav U'Mazalos, and he said Shira on that creation, on all the Bruav. Shenemar Baruch Hu Hashem Malachav Gibori Koach Chosed Devaro Lishma B'Kol Devaro Baruch Hu Hashem Kol Tzvav. And the pasuk continues Mishar Savo Siritzono Baruch Hu Hashem Kol Maso B'Chol Mekamot Memshalto Baruch Nafshi Es Hashem. Again, continuing in Psalm 103, there Psukim Chav Techav Bet. So he sees how great they are, and he knows that they're Misharsav of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yonak Mishteimo, he had breastfeeding, Vinistaka B'Dadeh of Amar Shira, Shenam Baruch Nafsh Hashem Va'altish Kechi Kol Gmulav. Right, the idea of Gmulav, together with Gmulei Mechalav in Yeshayahu, right? But what does it mean, my Kol Gmulav? What is the Kol Gmulav? So right, next to our heart, right, and not like the animals, which is next to the erva. The time am I? Why did Hashem do this? I'm reviewed the kadesh lo yistakel, the yeled that it's yonek b'makom erva. Rav Maasna Omer kadesh lo yinok b'makom atinofes. The next part, the next shira, David says kasher ra, the ra. He saw b'mapalton shorashayim, connected to our sugi, obviously. From Shira Shnema Yitam Chata Yimin Arz Hashem Modi Nam Baruch Nafshi Hashem Hallelujah. Psalm 104. What's the Olam Chamishi Nistaka B'Yom HaMisa. From Shira Shnema Baruch Nafshi Hashem Hashem Alkai Gadalt Ma'od Hod Vadal Avashtra. That even in Mavis, the tzaddik sees a elevation. And where do we see that Mavis in this last one? The Gemara asked my mashma. Where do you see that? Where do you see Al Yom Misa Nemar? So the Gemara says Misefa Dinyana from the end of the parak. Where it's ksiv, it says Tastir Panecha Yibahelun, Tosef Rucham Yigvaun, Velafaram Yeshuvun, to go back into the dirt. Now the pasuk there, again, other psukim, other perushim. The Gemara says that Rav Shimi Bar Ukva, and some people say it was Mar Ukva, Vishchiach Kamei, he was learning in front of Rav Shimon ben Pazi, he was a Bakin Agada. Having Mesader Agada Takamei, he would be Mesader the Agada in front of Rav Shimon Levi. Amarle, he said to Rav Shimon ben Pazi, "My dechsiv, what does it mean? Baruch nafshis Hashem, chol keravaya Shem kacho. Amarle, borei shalok midas hakadosh baruch hu midas basar v'dam." The pasuk again is talking about the shevach of the creation of man in his mother's womb. Basar v'dam tzar tzura al gabi hakoso. He has Messiah on in revealed way, but any yachol atil ba a tzura ruach neshama kravayim b'nei me'ayim. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu Eino came, he's a tzar tzura b'toch tzura, puts the vlad inside the rechem of his mother. Umate bar ruach neshama kravayim b'nei me'ayim. V'hainu, that's what Chana said about Leida Shmuel. Ein kadosh kashem, kein beltecha v'ein tzor kelokeinu. What does it mean, ein tzor kelokeinu? Ein sayar kelokeinu. God's the greatest former and creator, artist that way. Tzar tzura b'toch tzura. And he puts the ruach and the sham, the kravayim, everything together. The Gemara continues, what does it mean, Kain beltecha? Rav Yehuda ben Nasya al tikri. Do not read Kain beltecha, ela ein liv valotecha, like we have simlotecha, lo valotami alecha, right? Beltecha can be read like balotcha, which means livalot, to get ruined. Shalok midas hakadosh baruch hu midas basar v'dam, midas basar v'dam, masa yadav mevalim oto, because of arichos yam, right? There's a bilui. It gets worn away. Kadosh Baruch Hu mevalet masav. So he says, no. Amrle anahachi kamina. What? Kadosh Baruch Hu's mevalet masav? That was a question. So Amrle anahachi kamina. That's what I meant. Hani chamisha bar chinavshi keneged mi amran David. Who did he answer it? So he said, lo amran ela keneged HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Keneged ha-neshama. The bar chinavshi Hashem is the yachas of the neshama to Hashem. The 5 Baruch Nafshis are 5 sides of the neshama to the koach Hashem ba'olam. Ma kadosh Baruch Hu melech al kol olam. Af neshama is full of milayat kol aguf. Ma kadosh Baruch Hu Ro'aveinu nireh, seen and not seen. Af neshama ro'aveinu nireh. Is Makadosh Baruch Hu zanas kolam kulo. Af neshama zanas kol haguf. Makadosh Baruch Hu tahor. Af neshama Torah. Makadosh Baruch Hu yoshev b'chadrei chadar. Af neshama yoshev b'chadrei chadar. Therefore, Yavo mish yesh bo chamisha dvarim halalu lenefesh. V'shabeach liyesh b'yishmo li'yishmo chamisha dvarim halal. Now we're going back to the smichas gula tefillah. And we talk about the sickness of Chizkiyahu and his tefillah to Hashem. Really, again, another very, very important Gemara. They're all important Gemaras. So, Amar Avam Nuna, Mai Dichtiv. What does it mean that mi ke'achacham u'mi yodea pesher davar? Koheles 8, chapter 8. Mi ka'kadosh baruch hu sheyodea lasot psharot. Compromises ben shnei tzadikim, ben Chizkiyahu the Melech Yehuda to Yeshayahu Navi. Then a machlokas. Who should come to who? Chizkiyahu Amar, you come to me. Leisa Yeshayahu Gabai, come to me. The Hachi Ashkechan, because we saw this by Yeshayahu Navi. The Ozol Legabei, he went to Achav Melech Yisrael. The Navi went to the Melech. Shneimar v'yelech Eliyahu le'raot el Achav in Malach HaMalach. The Navi has to go to the Melech. V'Yeshayahu Amar leisi Chizkiyahu. Chizkiyahu should come Gabai by me. The Hachi Ashkechan by Yehoram ben Achav Melech Yisrael. That the Melech went to the Navi. The Ozol to Elisha, as it says, Vayudei love Melech Yisrael v'Yoshafat Melech Edom in Malachim Beis. Me'az HaKadosh Baruch Hu Hevi Yisurin. He brought Yisurin of Machal and Chizkiyahu. From Lo Yishayahu Leichu Levakeres HaCholeh. And that's what Yeshayahu did. As it says, Bayamim Mahim Chola Chizkiyahu Lamut V'yavo Elav Yeshayahu ben Amotz and Avi V'yam Elav Ko Amar Shem Tzvakos Tzav Leveitecha Kimeit Atov V'lo Techyeh. Right, he's dying. And the Gemara says, what does it mean Kimei Atov V'lo Techyeh? Why the double language? You're Meis and Lo Techyeh. What's the Kfelut? So Meis Atah in this world, V'lo Techyeh L'olam Haba. You're not going to have Chelek on Olam Haba. Pretty harsh. Amalei Chizkiyahu, my kuli ai. What's the big chait that I did, Chizkiyahu, that I'm getting so punished? Amalei Mishum Shelo Asakta B'Pirav Yerivya. Chizkiyahu didn't get married till now. Chizkiyahu says, what do you want from me? V'amalei, he said to Yeshayahu, Mishum D'Chazili, because I got Ruach HaKodesh. The Nafki Minai, Benin D'Lo Malu. That I'm going to have children that are not going to be good. They're going to be Bonim Roim. And his son was that way. It was Menashe. Menashe was a Rasha. Right? It's better not to have children. Amar Le Yeshayahu in the most treasured line. You think you know the secrets of the Ribbon Shalom of why you should be Osik B'Pirav Yerivya? No. You do what you're told. You do as you're commanded. That was your command in Puravu. Get the job done. That which is Noach and they have Kadosh Baruch Hu Lav to do. And once that say Amalei, it says to Yeshayahu, Hashta, have li biratach, give me your daughter for a wife. Efsha the garments chusa didi vididach, maybe my schos and your schos v'naf kimini binin malu. Maybe have good kids. Amalei Yeshayahu gvar nigzera alech gzera. Nope, you have a gzera is already nechlat. Amalei Chizkiyahu ben Amotz kaleni v'ut chavatzei. That as long as the Navi is in the Shlichus of Hashem, right, Chizkiyahu had to listen to all of his words. But he doesn't have to get his dato partanit or pratit of the Navi. The Kach Mekublani Beis Avi Abba from David HaMelech. Shafilu Cherev Chada Munachas Al Tzavor Shel Adam Ayim Natzim Rachmim. I can hope, right, just like David hoped for himself by the Malach HaMashches. He still davened. Right? Don't be mityayis from Rachmei Hashem. And this is what it says. It marnami Rabbi Yochanan Velazar Amir Tavayu afil cherev chada munachas al tzavro shel adam al yimonad atzmo min arachmim. The raya is in by Eov henik taleni. The mam's going to kill me still. Mom's going to kill me still. Lo ayachel. Very, very, very strong. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow.